There are surveys out there saying that out of all adults in their waking hours along the days, basically where we're gone mindless 47%. So basically half of the time we are kind of mindless, going around about on autopilot what we're doing.
Okay, Max, first of all, can you tell me what mindful leadership is?
Hey guys, good to be back. Well, it's rather simple to start looking at it. Really, a leader who's truly present and who's there to foster, a big major focus on customer and whatever it is you're doing. A true focus on creativity and critically really being there to kind of serve the environment of the business as much as possible. Now, you say mindful leadership and you connect it, of course, is connected to the ideas of mindfulness. And as soon as we say mindfulness out there, I mean, including myself back in the days when I was in corporations, a lot of people kind of step back and they think, oh, what are we talking about? Are we talking about meditation? Are we going to start levitating, or is this organized religion? What is this? And of course, look into history, it goes back over 2,500 years. All major religions have it, Taoism and especially Buddhism, etc. They have it as well, but it's not what we're talking about. I mean, there's been a lot of research going on about it, and it's basically mindfulness to start with, is being able to be present in this very moment, to capture every little ounce of that experience, but without any judgment about it. So you don't put it through your own frame of judgment of whatever values you have. You just take it in. And it's really like being able to listen to a higher new level before you start kind of processing the thoughts and really capture that moment. And that's what mindfulness is to start with. All right, so there's a lot of benefits there to go around with it.
So what are the essential benefits of mindful leadership?
So again, let's go back to mindfulness itself. There are surveys out there saying that out of all adults in their waking hours along the days, basically where we're gone mindless 47%. So basically half of the time we are kind of mindless, going around about on autopilot what we're doing. Would you have an example of when you feel that you were kind of mindlessly doing something? Maybe at work?
Well, constantly feel mindless. Actually, one time I was sending a music video, not so appropriate music video, to a colleague, a friend, and I mistakenly sent it to the wrong person. Ooh. And this was because my brain was not fully concentrated. It was goo. And yeah, luckily there was no problem. The guy saw the video, laughed, said he would share it with his friends, but there has been many times.
Now, I got one very personal one. I was driving through many years ago. I put my credit to the limit and I bought this little sports car, and I love to drive around Europe. And once I was driving back to Sweden from Spain and through Denmark in the middle of the night. You can't drive very fast or anything, so it's not really exciting driving through Denmark in the middle of the night. And I was really tired, been driving basically a whole day or something. All I can remember is that I opened my eyes, and in front of me, basically already hitting the car, was a massive truck. So all I could do was just grab the steering wheel, hitting the brakes as hard as I could, and just shout out and wait for the impact. And I waited, and nothing happened until I realized that at some point along the way, I'd actually left the highway on one of those little stops and parked the car behind this massive truck. And I wasn't moving. So, I survived, but it just shows you, and it happens especially in traffic, on a personal level, this whole not being in the moment and just completely losing it. And connected to the business, it's happening all the time. And it's actually even connected to our happiness. When we are not mindful about what we are doing, even happiness goes down to dramatic, because you can't really enjoy the moment. You're not there. You can't focus on the customer interaction or on getting your digits straight or doing the exact work that you're supposed to do.
It's kind of like we're always running on autopilots like robots.
It sure is.
Why do you believe this is the key to the future of leadership success?
So let's bring it down a little bit. So mindfulness as a whole is out there as a theory. And then we got a lot about the growth mindset. We got the servicizer mindset that we've been talking about through our sessions with your colleagues. And it kind of trickles down to the ideas of emotional intelligence. And we know that emotional intelligence itself, which is basically about understanding our own emotions, being able to control them and understanding the emotions of others around us and being able to kind of appreciate that and influence that, that is extremely important for leadership skills and also for being able to operate in a successful way even as an individual employee. So that's where it kind of starts making sense in terms of what's going on out there and the complexity we got out there in the business world today. It's not going to go down. The demand on leadership is just constantly increasing, and people want to be engaged by their leaders. The days of pure management, if you ask me, are gone. So I think if you want to be competitive enough going forward to the future, this is a simple way to start getting to know yourself and control yourself. And that's where leadership starts.
Well, thank you, Max, for joining us in the studio. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And thank you at home for watching. Hopefully you haven't been mindless watching this, so click back for more interviews like this.